today I will start rational numbers, and this is your class 7 book, and open your books and then I will explain rational numbers chapter 3. So you would have studied rational numbers in your previous classes, and you know the definition of the rational numbers. So how will you define the rational numbers? Can you define, or do you remember the definition of the rational numbers? Many of you remember the definition of the rational numbers, but many would have forgotten. So again I will say this definition, that is, if a number can be expressed in the form of p by q, where p and q are integers and q is not equal to 0, are called rational numbers. Okay, so this is the definition of rational numbers. Means that any number which can be expressed in the form of p by q, like p by q, where p and q are integers. Okay, that is p and q are integers, and q must not be equal to 0, then this type of number is called rational numbers. And the examples are like minus 2 by 3, okay, 1, 2, okay, minus 1, like and 0, okay, all these are the rational numbers. But like if you say 7 by 0, so this is not a rational number. Okay, this is not a rational number because the division by 0 is not allowed, and that is when we divide any number by 0, that is undefined or meaningless. Okay, so this is the definition. Next, also if you recall that in the number system we start with the natural numbers. So we have already studied all these numbers, like you have the natural numbers, then whole numbers, then integers, and then here we are studying rational numbers. So in this rational number, we will have the positive rational number. So you have two types of rational number, like one is the positive rational number and the other is the negative rational numbers. So positive means like this is the negative rational number, and you can say this is the positive rational number. Okay, or you can also write it like 7 by 4. So this is a positive rational number. So these are the numbers. The next is like how will you express the rational numbers on a number line? How will you express the number on a number line? This is the important topic, and there will be many questions based on this. That is, express or show any rational numbers on a number line. So first, for example, there is a number 5 by 7. There is a number 5 by 7, and we have to locate this number on the number line. So first see the number. Okay, in this number, first see that this number is a proper fraction. Okay, this is a proper fraction, means that this number is, here numerator is 5 and denominator is 7 in this case. So first decide whether this number is more than 1 or less than 1. Can you find out that what is this number? Is this more than 1 or less than 1? What is true here? So here this number is less than 1. Okay, this number is less than 1 because the numerator is less than the denominator. So this number is less than 1, and you see that this number is also positive. Okay, this is positive and this is less than 1. So this means that this number will lie between 0 and 1. Okay, so take 0 and that is this number lie between 0 and 1. So divide this 0, 1 part into 7 equal parts. So here I will divide this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So here you have 7 parts here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So write here 1. Okay. Now here we have divided this segment into 7 equal parts. Now here this number, where will be this number here? This number will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is, this point will be the number 5 by 7. And then you will say how is this number? That is, how this point represents 5 by 7. How this point represents 5 by 7. So first understand that whenever we when we draw a number line, then this number line. So in this number line we write the numbers. Okay, like we write the numbers like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on here on the both sides here. -1, -2, 1, 2, 3, 4. It is it. So in this you have to understand that here 0. Okay, 0 is the reference point. That is actually we are measuring. Okay, we are measuring the distances from 0 on either side of this number line. Okay, if you understand this, then it will be very easy for you to find out the number on the number line. Actually, whatever number is given, you have to find the distance of that number from 0. Okay, whatever number is given, whether it is negative or positive, and you have to. And the question is that locate that number on the number line. It means that you have to find the distance. That is, how far that number is from 0. How far is that number from 0? On the positive side or on the negative side? If the number is positive, then it will be on the right side, and if the number is negative, it will be on the left side of 0. So here it is 5 by 7. Then we are finding the distance of that is how far is this number from 0. And now you must understand that this is 0 here. Okay, 0. Then we have done here 1, 2, 3. That is at the equal interval here. The gaps are equal here in this case. So suppose you can say that this is 1 kilometer, then this is 2 kilometer or 3 kilometer. So that is this 3 is here. It means that the distance of this point, if you take units, suppose kilometer, then the distance of this point 3 will be 3 kilometers from this, because we are measuring from this. This is the reference point. So this is here 1 kilometer, and this is here 2 kilometer, then 3 kilometer, and then here this is 1 kilometer here, and then from this point to this point it will be 2 kilometer. From this point to this point will be 3 kilometer, and then from this point to this point will be 4 kilometer, and so on here. So in this way, and here again we have to represent this number 5 by 7, and you know that 5 by 7 is less than 1. Okay, 5 by 7 is less than 1. So this number will lie between 0 and 1. Okay, so you have to find out the given number lie between which two numbers. So if this number lie between 0 and 1, then divide this segment into 7 equal parts. So here I have divided 7 equal parts here. Then now again remember the concept of fractions. Okay, you must remember the fraction, that is the concept of fractions. So if you understand that concept of fraction, then you will find out that this will be 1 by 7, this will be 2 by 7, and so on. Like you had studied in fraction chapter in the previous classes, that suppose you have a box like this, okay, and this is divided into suppose 3 equal parts. Okay, now 3 parts here. Then what is this fraction? That is what is this fraction here? You will say that this is 1 by 3. Okay, then this will be what here? If you set all this, that will be 2 by 3 part here, and so on. So here again same thing here. That is this segment. See the segment here, that is from 0 to 1, and this segment is divided into 7 equal parts. So this will be 1/7. This will be 1/7 of this whole distance here. Similarly, this will be 1/7, and this will be 2 by 7. That is from this point to this point. This point to this point will be, the distance will be, that is, you can say that this length will be 2 by 7 of the whole distance, and so on. Similarly here we have to find this here, that is this, then this distance, actually this distance will be equal to 5 by 7 of this whole distance, because this is 5 parts, 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 5. So that is what this is 5 by 7. So that is the, if you understand this, then you can represent any number on the, any rational number on the number line, like this. So this is the main point to understand. Suppose next number is minus 5 by 12 on the number line. Minus 5 by 12. So the number is minus 5 by 12. And you have to represent this number on the number line. So first observe the number. So whether this number is greater than this number is greater than minus 1 or less than minus 1, because this is a negative number. Okay, so this number will lie on the left side of 0. So here it is 5 by 12. So you just remove the sign negative here. Just see 5 by 12 here. Now, because this numerator is 5 and the denominator is 12, so this number is actually less than 1. Okay, this number is less than 1. So if you draw the number line, and here this is 12, because in the denominator you have 12, so you will divide the segment. Like if you take 0, this is 0 here, then take 12 parts here. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this will be here minus 1. Okay, this is minus 1 here. So 0 and minus 1. Now this segment is divided into 12 equal parts. And we have this minus, actually, this is minus, okay, minus 5 by 12. So minus 5 by 12 will lie between minus 1 and 0. Because this number is actually greater than minus 1. This is actually greater than minus 1. Okay, minus 1, so this is negative and this is greater than minus 1, here this is minus 1. Okay, so here I am explaining here that how will you represent minus 5 by 12 on the number line. So here the denominator is 12 and numerator is 5. So here first this number is more than minus 1 because it is 5 here and this is 12. So it's this number will be more than minus 1 and this is negative, so this number will lie between minus 1 and 0. Now divide this segment into 12 equal parts. Now here it will be this much. That is, this will be how much here? This will be 1 by 12. Actually, this will be 1 by 12. Just forget the negative sign here. So it will be 1 by 12, then 2 by 12, 3 by 12, 4 by 12, 5 by 12, and so on. That is when we say this is actually here minus 1 by 12. Okay, if you just remove the sign, then actually here this distance. Okay, that is this distance is 1 by 12th of this whole part. That is, this much is the distance here, suppose 1 kilometer, then this will be 1 by 12 kilometer. And if you say then that is this distance will be equal to minus 2 by 12 kilometer and so on. So minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5. So this is our required point. So this will be minus 5 by 12. Okay. So here in this way we can locate any rational number on a number line precisely. Now next is the standard form of a rational number. So what is the standard form? In the standard form, when we write the rational number, then in case of the standard form, the numerator and denominator must be co-prime. Okay, the numerator and denominator must be co-prime. Co-prime means that there is only one factor common between numerator and denominator, that is 1. So then it will be called the, and also that the negative sign. The negative sign, if there is negative sign, if there is a negative rational number, then that negative sign must be in the numerator. If it is in the denominator, then shift this negative sign to the numerator. So that will be the standard form of a rational number. For example, minus 5 by 12. Okay, this is actually in the standard form of this is the standard form, because here between 5 and 12 there is only one factor which is common, that is 1. So 5 and 12 are the co-prime numbers. Okay, don't confuse with the prime numbers. Actually, here 12 is not a prime number, but 5 is a prime number. But there is nothing to do with the prime numbers here. That is, when we say co-prime, means that any number, any two numbers will be co-prime when they don't have any factor common other than 1. Okay, and the numbers may be prime or composite. But for example, suppose 5 and 12 here. Okay, these are co-prime numbers because here only one factor is common, that is 1 in this case. So this is in the standard form. And suppose next number 25 by suppose 50. Okay, this is rational number, but this is not in the standard form because there is some factor common. That is, here if you cancel, that is 21, 25 1 ja 25 and 25 2 ja 50. So answer is here 1 by 2. Means that in this case you have 25 divided by 25 and 50 divided by 25. It means that 25 is common between this and this. That is why you must divide the numerator divided by the same number. Then you will get this answer 1 by 2. Now 1 by 2 is in the standard form. So this is the standard form. Like suppose there are other numbers like 72 by minus 54. Okay, there is a number here, and we have to express this into the standard form. So first move this negative sign to the numerator. 72 by 54, and then you can find the HCF of these two numbers, or just cancel out the common factor by dividing. Like it will go by 18 3 54 and 18 4 72. So answer is minus 4 by 3. So this is the answer. That is, this is the standard form of the rational number. And next, like you have many numbers, like you have minus 3 by minus 4. So here you will remove both signs and it will be 3 by 4. Now this is the standard form. So in this way you can find the standard form of any rational numbers. Then you have the next topic is the absolute value of a rational number. Absolute value means that is the value of any number regarding, that is the value of any rational number without any sign. Okay, if you remove the plus or minus sign, then that will be the absolute value of a negative of a rational number. So for example, so absolute value, like for example minus 5 by 6. So absolute value means that is this vertical bar. Okay, that is these two vertical bars are the symbol for the absolute value. So when we put this number within the vertical bar, then it means that we are interested in finding the numerical value of this number, that is 5 by 6. So this is 5 by 6 is the absolute value of minus 5 by 6. And what is the absolute value of 5 by 6? Its value will be the 5 by 6 only. So whether the number is positive or negative, the answer will always be positive. So that is the absolute value of a rational number. Now we will move on to this exercise, exercise 3.1. We will solve some questions from this exercise. So in this exercise, the first question is write the following as rational numbers. Write the following as rational numbers. So here the first question is question number A, 0. So how will you write 0 as a rational number? 0 as a rational number, actually 0 is a rational number, but here we have to write in the form of p by q. So here you can write this as 0 by 1. So this is the rational number. That is in the form of rational number. Actually here 1 is hidden. So here if you write 1, that will be in that form. So next number is suppose here D. It is minus 67. Then write in the form of rational number. So it will be minus 67 by 1. Okay. And number D. Okay. In case of D, you are given 3 divided by minus 5. 3 divided by minus 5, so it will be 3 by minus 5 and this is equal to minus 3 by 5. So these are the answer of these questions. Now question number 2. Write the following rational numbers in the standard form. Write the following rational numbers in the standard form. So question number 2. Question number A. It is 121 by 110. So this is the number and you have to express this in the standard form. So here first shift the negative sign to the numerator, that is minus 121 by 110. Now cancel out the common factor, because here you can do some rough work if you find it difficult to find the common factors here. So here I can see that this will go by 11. So 11 times 110 and 11 times 121. So answer will be here minus 11 by 10. And if you have any difficulty, then find the HCF of these two numbers. Okay, in the rough you will find the HCF and then it will be very easy to cancel out. Okay, or that is the only method. If there are some fractions which are that is you are finding it difficult to find the factors, then you just find the HCF, then it will be easy. Similarly, question number B, minus 84 by minus 27. So first these two signs will cancel out and then here cancel out some common factors. So what is common here? 3 9 are 27 and 3 2 are 6 and 3 8 are 24. That is 28 by 9. Now there are no common factors between 28 and 9. So 28 by 9 is the standard form of the rational number. Similarly, you will do other questions C and D. And next, number 3. Write 3 equivalent rational numbers for each of the following. Equivalent rational number means that is the numbers which represents the same on the number line. Okay, so I was explaining you the equivalent rational numbers. So in this, for example, take the example like 1 by 2. Okay, 1 by 2 is a rational number. So if you draw a diagram like this and divide this into two equal parts, then each part will be a half of this whole. That is, this will be half, and this will be half of this whole. Now, if you divide this same figure into 4 equal parts, like this here and this here, then again, now these two parts, that is when you shade this, then these two parts will be called here, that is 2 by 4. You will see that now this is the 2 by 4. This is 2 by 4. And again, now see that this is 2 by 4 here. That is now 1 by 2. 1 by 2, this 1 by 2 represents this part, right? When we say 1 by 2, then this half part represents this part here. And when you say 2 by 4, then again this represents the same part here. That is this part here again. So that is 1 by 2 and 2 by 4 are the equivalent fractions. So in this way, we can find many equivalent fractions. Again, if you divide this into more parts, then again you will see, suppose you will divide this into again further, divide this into this. Now that is how many parts? In this there are 4 here, again here 4. In this case also 4 parts here. That is now total of 8 parts are there. So again this will be called, that is 1, 2, 3, 4 here. So it will be equal to 4 by 8, because now total is 8 parts here and this will be here 4 parts. So it will be 4 by 8. Now see that 1 by 2, 2 by 4, 4 by 8 all represent the same part of the figure here. That is why they are called equivalent fractions. And when we find the equivalent fractions of the given number, then for example you can find as many rational numbers as you want. Just multiply the numerator and denominator by the same number like this. It will be 2 by 4, and if you multiply 1 by 2 into like 5 by 5, so you will get 5 by 10 and so on. So there are infinite equivalent rational numbers of a given rational number. So here in this question you have to find 3 equivalent rational numbers of the given number, like minus 4 by 7. Minus 4 by 7, so right here like 2 by 2, that will be minus 8 by 14. Then next minus 4 by 7 into 3 by, that is 3, multiply this number by 3 and 3, then you will get minus 12 by 21, minus 4 by 7, then 4 by 4, then 16 by 28. So just go on multiplying and then you will be getting the next equivalent rational numbers. And number C, question number C is here, and in this both are negative, so make it positive, like minus 7 by 8, so it will be equal to 7 by 8, then write 7 by 8 into 2 by 2. So you will have 14 by 16. And next 7 into 3 by 8 into 3 is equal to 21 by 24, and 7 into 4 by 8 into 4 is equal to 28 by 32. So there are 3 equivalent fractions of this minus 7 by minus 8, that is 14 by 16, 21 by 24 and 28 by 32. You can find more, but in the question you are told to find only 3 rational numbers. So now next question is here, identify the positive and the negative rational numbers. So the first number, see in your book that question number 4, and in this question number 4a you have the number 4 by 5. So this 4 by 5 is positive. Okay, this number 4 by 5 is positive because the numerator and denominator both are positive. So this is a positive rational number. The next is minus 7 by 8. So this is a negative rational number because here numerator is negative and the denominator is positive. So this will be a negative rational number. And similarly question number C, D and F, all these 3 are the negative rational numbers. But question number E, here both are negative, so it will be positive. Minus 6 by minus 14. So this minus will cancel, then you have 6 by 14. So actually this is a positive rational number. Okay. Now next question number 5. You have to draw the, you have to express the given rational numbers on the number line. Draw a number line and mark the following rational numbers on it. First question is 0 by 3. So where will be 0 by 3 on the number line? So 0 by 3, so when we say 0 by 3, so this is actually 0 by 3 means 0. So this point will be the location of the rational number 0 by 3. And the question number B, minus 4 by 5. So this number, first this number is greater than minus 1. This number is greater than minus 1. So this and this is also negative. So this number will lie between 0 and minus 1. So take 0 and then divide minus Now take here 5 equal parts here, that is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So this is minus 1 and therefore this will be, that is your minus 1 by 5, minus 2 by 5, minus 3 by 5 and this is minus 4 by 5. So this point will be the number minus 4 by 5. So in this way you can represent this number. So we will not have to write these numbers. So this is the number minus 4 by 5. This point represents the number minus 4 by 5. So similarly now here next number C. In number C you have the number minus 7 by 6. Now in this number C, that first find out that this number is whether this number is less than minus 1. Okay, this number is less than minus 1 but greater than minus 2. Because if you see that, if you write, this will be minus 1 and 1 by 6. Now because this is minus 1 and 1 by 6, so this number is less than minus 1 and more than minus 2. So this number will lie between minus 2 and minus 1. So now take here minus 1 and then because the denominator is 6, so take 6 equal parts here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and this will be here minus 2. Now here this will be what? This will be here, this number will be 6 by 6, minus 6 by 6 this will be. This will be minus 6 by 6 and this will be here minus 7 by 6. So this is the required point here, minus 7 by 6 and this will be here minus 8 by 6, then minus 9 by 6, then minus 10 by 6 and minus 11 by 6 and this is minus 12 by 6. Now see that it is minus 2 here. So in this way then this is the required location of the number minus 7 by 6 in this way. So to find any or to locate any rational number on the number line, first observe the number and then find out the two numbers between which this number is lying, and then you will divide the segment into the number of equal parts according to the denominator here. Like in this case the denominator is 6, so here I have divided this part into 6 equal parts here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So in this way then you can locate the any rational number on the number line. Now the next number is d equal to 1 by 5 and other is 3 by 4. So I will do number D again. So D is here 1 by 5. Then this number 1 by 5 lie between 0 and 1. So like 0 and 1 is there. So divide the segment 0 to 1 into 5 equal parts because the denominator is 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So this is 1 and this is 0. So this will be 1 by 5 here. This is the location of this number 1 by 5 on the number line. Now question number 6. Identify the greater rational number in the given pairs. That is, we have to compare the two rational numbers. Which number is greater and which number is smaller? Now here there are many methods to find out this that which number is bigger or which number is smaller here. So just cross multiply here. See that 4 into 9 equal to 36 and 7 into 5 is equal to 35. So here you see that 4 into 9 is bigger than 7 into 5 and therefore 4 by 7 is bigger than 5 by 9. That is, by cross multiplying you can find out which number is smaller and which number is bigger. And in case that if there are two rational numbers and one is positive and other is negative, then obviously the negative rational number is always less than the positive rational number. But when both are positive or both are negative, then we have to use this method, or we can also use another method. For example, you will express both of them as the equivalent fractions, or you can say the like fractions. Okay, like. So here it is 4 by 7, this is 5 by 9 here. Then the LCM of 7 and 9 is what? 63. Then you will write 4 by 7 as 4 into 9 by 7 into 9. So it is 36 by 63. And the next number is 5 by 9. So this will be written as 5 into 7 by 9 into 7. That is 35 by 63. Now here again from these two answers we can compare these two fractions, these two rational numbers here, because this is 36 by 63 and this is 35 by 63 here. Again 36 is bigger than 35 and therefore 4 by 7 is bigger than 5 by 9. So in this way also we can find question number B, 6 by minus 11 and minus 5 by 7. So here you can write this as minus 6 by 11 and minus 5 by 7. Now here see minus 6 into 7 equal to minus 42 and minus 5 into 11 is equal to minus 55. Now here minus 42 is there and minus 55 is there. So which number is here greater? Minus 42 is bigger than minus 55. So minus 6 into 7 is greater than minus 5 into 11. And therefore this fraction, this rational number will be greater than this rational number. That is minus 6 by 11 is greater than minus 5 by 7. Now next question number 7. Arrange the following rational numbers in ascending orders. Arrange the following rational numbers in the ascending order. Ascending order means you have to arrange the given numbers in the increasing order. So in this I will do only one question, that is 7b. Okay, because all are similar questions and the process is same. And in this question number 7 and 8, both are similar questions. So here I am going to do question number B, 7b. Okay. So in question number 7b, the numbers are minus 14 by 18, minus 2 by 3, minus 1 by 4. Now what is the first step? So the first step is that you will find the LCM of the denominators. LCM of the denominators. So you will find in the rough and then just write the answer here. There is no need to show that is the process of finding the LCM in the answer. Okay, you can find in the rough and then just write here the LCM. So LCM of 18, 3 and 4 is equal to what? It is 36. Then now express all these all these rational numbers as the like rational numbers. That is minus 14 by 18 equal to minus 14 by 18 into 2 by 2. 36 and next minus 2 by 3. So here I have found these numbers here, like here I have expressed all these numbers with the same denominator. Now here all these are the like rational numbers because they have the same denominator. Now the comparison of these three numbers is very easy. Just observe the numerator of each number here. So in this case it is minus 28, then minus 24, and this is minus 9 here. So because we have to arrange the given numbers in the increasing order. So first we will find the smallest number out of these three numbers. So out of these three numbers, the smallest one is minus 28. So minus 28 by 26 is the smallest number. Then this is less than, and the next bigger number is minus 24 by 26, and the last number is minus 9 by 26. So this is the largest number. So it will be here minus 9 by 36. And therefore, the order of these numbers will be like minus 14 by 8. That is minus 14 by 18 is the smallest number out of these three numbers. The next number is minus 2 by 3. And the largest number is here minus 1 by 4. So this is the answer. That is here now. The given numbers are arranged in the ascending order. And for other questions, in the question number 7 and in the question number 8. In question number 8, you have to arrange the given rational numbers in the descending order. Okay? And descending means that you have to arrange all the given numbers in the decreasing order. But the process remains the same, just reverse it. Like if the question is that arrange these numbers in the descending order, then what will be the answer? In that case, just write this number first. That is minus 1 by 4 is greater than minus 2 by 3 and greater than minus 14 by 18. So that is the same group of numbers can be arranged in the descending order. Just reverse the order, then you will get the arrangement in the descending order. So there is no difference in doing these questions. So I explained you the process, then you will do it yourself. Okay. Now question number 9. Here you have to compare again the given numbers, and you have to put the sign of less than, greater than, or equal to. Number 9a. So here in A you have minus 4 by 16 by minus 16, and other number is minus 3 by 2. So obviously you see that clearly when you cancel these two signs, then this is positive here and this is negative. So this is a positive rational number and this is a negative rational number. So obviously the positive is always bigger than the negative. So just put this sign, that is 4 by 16 is greater than minus 3 by 2. And similarly you will find out other questions, and I have also done these questions in the PDF format, and you can download all those PDF formats and see the answer. Now last question number 10. In this exercise, find the absolute values of the following. So I will explain to you that absolute value means that whatever be the number, whether it is positive or negative, just write positive number. That is the answer of the absolute value of any number. So the first question is 3 by 13. The absolute value of this will be equal to 3 by 13. Next number is B, minus 5 by 16. So again it will be 5 by 16 answer. Then you have the question number C is here 2 by minus 11. So again its answer will be 2 by 11. And question number D, minus 7 by minus 15 equal to 7 by 15 equal to 7 by 15. So here in every case the answer is always positive. So that is the meaning of the absolute value. Okay. So I have finished this lesson, this exercise, and now you will go through all these. That is, you will solve all the questions in this exercise, exercise 3.1. Okay. In the next class, I will cover the exercise 3.2. Okay, in the next class I will cover the exercise 3.2, that is the subtraction, multiplication, division and the addition of rational numbers. Okay, thank you for watching.